What's up, everybody, and welcome back. It has been a very busy week, and so let's just get into it. So here are the mustards. um, Last week, we were having issues with probably magnesium, and I think I've confirmed that now. So it's the problem with growing just a billion in one tiny container, is that they're all fighting for the nutrients, and there's just not enough to really go around. And in the future, I'm working on getting more areas to plant in. So as I said, this is just really an experimental season. I've never grown most of these before, so it's just kind of figuring out what they like and what they don't like. So it has also been a very hot this past week, and it's going to be hot for the next week, into the mid to upper 80s, and none of these plants like that hot of weather. These are all 70, 75 at the most is what they prefer. So it's been a real issue trying to keep them happy. It's let me tell you, and I just can't wait for the cooler weather. Some people were telling me I was crazy for planting as late as September, and I knew it was going to be an issue in October of heat. So maybe next year I'll go to the end of September and plant. That's when I plan on. We'll have to see, but at any rate, yeah, it's I'm gonna make a separate video on the heat issue and how to help mitigate that. But for now, we're gonna get into the mustard and everything else I wanted to talk about. So the mustards seem to be doing a little better. They still need nutrients. I just actually gave them a bunch more magnesium, some bone meal and some blood meal, so that'll hopefully help perk them up a little bit more. And but other than that, I think they're doing a little better. So as we move down here to the Komatsuna, remember last week when I was saying, oh, these are doing great, they don't have any bugs? Well, here we go, some bugs now. So I've put a few days ago, I put a concoction of neem oil plus Dawn dish soap on them to help a little bit with that. And so I may spray some more here in the next day or two. But as you can see here, these guys were starting to have some issues, and that's nitrogen, 99% sure, just because it's all starting to turn yellow. And that's, I was expecting that, because this is 4 plants, and these are supposed to be big plants. This is 4 in this pot, 3 in this pot. So again, it's too many plants in one pot fighting for nutrients. So they all got bone meal and blood meal, mostly blood meal, a little bit of bone meal. So as these need a lot of nitrogen, so that'll hopefully perk these up. The lettuce, I went ahead and gave them some too, because they're getting kind of big, and I'm sure they're going to start having issues soon if I don't go ahead and do that. So they've all got that now. Now, as you can also see, I mulched in there. Didn't do it to the mustard. It's like impossible. It's too thick. But yeah, I mulched in there with the Komatsunas, so they've all got mulch in there now. So that'll help. That's one of the things that will help with high heat. So they've got mulch. Mulch is just always a good idea. Always a good idea to mulch. That's my pepper plants. They've got mulch. And so the next thing I wanted to show you was, where did I put it? Oh, it's over there. Okay, so this pot had 3 Komatsunas in it, and it's about the same size as what's that mustard one. And so I'll take you over here. I transplanted those into a much bigger pot. That pot I was telling you about that I was going to saving for transplant, well, that's where I transplanted them to. And it's a little bit of a difference. So they should be a lot happier. I mean, that you had 3 of those big plants in this little baby pot. When I took them out, like they were root bound big time. Their roots spun around the whole outside of the pot. So yeah, they should be a lot happier in there. And of course, mulch. So they should. I'm not going to give them any fertilizer until next weekend, because from what I understand, when you transplant, you don't want to give fertilizer for a week, just to kind of help with them. All right, and then last thing on the agenda are these radishes, which I believe are getting, at least some of them are getting close to being able to be picked. So I'm gonna go ahead and thin out. I'm gonna pick like maybe 1 or 2 now of the bigger ones, and then probably leave the rest in there to get a little bigger. But there's quite a few. There's a big one there. So we just kind of dig around it. Look at that. That is a nice one. So yeah, that'll be a great one for a salad right there. Let's see, here's another big one right there. If I can get it in the camera. All the leaves in the way. Yeah. Sorry, there's just leaves everywhere, so it's hard to keep them in. There we go. That's a tiny bit smaller, but it's still big enough to use in a salad for sure. That's great. Let's see if we got maybe one more. And thinning these out will help some of the other ones get a little bigger, because it's again, not enough room to plant everything I want to plant, so that's the issue. Let's see. We'll get this one right here. Ooh, wow, that's a really big one. Okay. I am happy with that. Look at that one. So, very nice. I am excited about that because I love radishes, so we will see how they taste. But give us an update on some of the other plants before I sign off. These bok choy are going crazy, even though there's 5 in this pot. There's about 4 to 5 in each of these pots. Some of them actually has 6 or 7, which is an accident. I meant to only put like 4 or 5 in each, but like this one I think is one that has 7 in it. And the other good thing about that is you see this one's getting just destroyed by bugs. Well, there's 6 other in that pot, so really not a big deal. So that's another good thing about planting a ton and then thinning them out later. If you got bug damage or whatever, you can thin those out and keep the stronger ones. And we'll just give a quick update on the raised bed. This bok choy is amazing. It looks so great. I almost don't want to harvest it because it just looks so amazing. it is just perfect looking. And the other 2 are good too. The raised bed is doing fantastic. Everything in it. So yeah, I would absolutely love to have several more of these in the future. They're very nice, and it's just having a big area like that to plant stuff where you don't have to bend over or anything. It's really nice. Yeah, arugula. These are ones that definitely don't like the heat, so I'm really hoping this heat dies back really soon. But yeah, these are looking good. Again, these are all carrots in here, so they're gonna take quite a while before they're ready. So, but yeah, that is today's update, October 10th. So with that, I will be signing out, and I will see you next time.